There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the promise of them. The work of my life without fear.
I lyrical health.
Master.
Clear Paris, who make you again Sktv venue. Say my journey, Tina get as a man, and he's no money. And why you? And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Vancouver, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
In the Sktv, we are the best in Liberia. Sktv, it is the best around the world. And Sktv, indeed, we are the real deal, for broadcasting. So those of you that always follow us, I guess that you always take in a lot of things. Sometimes you respectfully disagree with us. Sometimes some of you behave like we are into a war zone. Sometimes you leave the main issues and you attack us personally. Sometimes you insult us, But again, at the end of the day, because we take that kind of lifestyle to say, okay, yeah, we will serve our people no matter the situation. So we listen, and there's a saying that we listen, we don't judge, So sometimes when you insult us, we look at everything and say, okay, yes, it's good. Thank you. We will educate you. We will inform you, because sometimes we don't blame some of you. The reason that is very easy, because there are a lot of us who want to go to school. We have these degrees here and there, but something is lacking. So that's why for some of us, we don't blame people. When you insult us, when you do this, the other thing you want to say, with your life flow, because we understand the terrain. We understand the life that we all live in. We understand that indeed so many things are going, so many things happening. So people are always angry. Those ones who are supposed to even educate. Just imagine that, for example, Melbourne here today in the nation's capital, Monrovia, will be right here. I will be right here. Then after, maybe I'll take a little walk outside of the nation's capital. I say, okay, let me go up interior, and see how life look like. Then I go up interior, and the people up interior and myself, we behave the same way. That's a good example, but how we behave, right? Not different. Can you imagine though? You and people who live in hell, because for them, most of them, in fact, they don't have access to electricity. In fact, they don't have access to stable internet. Some of them, they don't even have internet, nothing, no good network, nothing. They're just managing with life. from the farm to their villages or to their various homes. After that, they go back on the farms. And you and these people, no different. Then where's the education? So that's the $1 million question. Where is the education that you acquired for ever so long, all these years? It was, under the rain, under the sun, going to school back to back. It's terrible for someone who don't go to school to tell you that you have to know better. It's bad. Then secondly is most of the corrupt cases, most of the allegations of corruption, stealing back to back, people always saying, quote unquote, that the educated people, and we put this thing in a very terminology, corruption, we call it, we don't want to say stealing, so we call it corruption, that's how we look. So what's the difference? Nothing different between you and the people. All of you the same, and it's bad. That's how we look. The reason I'm saying this today is that people from the diaspora, when they come back home to get piece of job, in fact, they will poorly perform. Sometimes some of us will hold them to high esteem, say yes, at least this person will do better because of their level of experience, where they've been, all of the kind of interactions, the system they grew up in or with, or the kind of thing that they've been doing for ever so long, the law, the kind of life that they live. So when they come here, they'll do better. But not you. By the time they learn to RIA, they tell about behavior and put it on them. They join other people and do man course, power course. Well, anyway, good evening, people. Let's share the show today. It's Saturday. Best of Saturday indeed. What a Saturday. They are, I don't know what you may call, cleaning up, campaign activities ongoing. People buying breaks back to back. People are dancing with 1-2-1-2 breaks. This country is interesting. Now we are politically charged. Yeah. Yes, Steve will soon be here with us, people. And I hope and pray that today has been, and pronounced by Mr. Cannon, that we'll have the Bon County representative, Honorable Marvin Cole, here today with us, if possible. But the team will be here very soon. Let's share the show. Yes, it's not easy. Today, you see me in my blue. I'm a Chelsea man, Congratulations to all Chelsea fans, supporters, well-wishers, and so forth. We have 2 more games to play, and that will be next week. The next game matches will be very tough. And let me tell you, it will be very, very tough. The first one will be Barcelona. We and Barcelona will play, and that will be on the 25th of this month. This month, the 25th, we and Barcelona will play in the UEFA Champions League. So those of you who know, always we just want to inform you that indeed that will happen in the UEFA Champions League. So you should be aware that Barcelona and other Chelsea will play. Then another one again is we and Arsenal, the people who are on top of the Premier League table. In fact, we will play also on Sunday. That will be the 30th of November. So we and Arsenal will play on the 30th of November. So these are scheduled that we have here. Yes. So these are scheduled that we have here. So So these are scheduled that will be for the actually call for Chelsea. Those of you who are Chelsea supporter, those of you who are Chelsea fan, those of you who are sympathizers of the Mighty Blue. So on today we were able today to feel sorry for Bunny, so we got to feel sorry for them and give them a little too, but that's good. So let's share the show, people. Share the show. Let me see myself. I'm trying to send the link around quickly so that more can come. And Brother Aliu and all the rest of the team, they will be here with us this evening. So it's indeed interesting. If you are that person who have little experience, who live outside, of the other life that people are living, you should make that difference. It's not good that you and the people you'll be comparing each other. And how the government look. In fact, this government of ours also comparing with CDC. you see the whole country that we're living today. So this government is comparing with CDC. You are comparing a novice versus what? Okay. Let me lead the baby. So someone that have all of the experience. Yeah, someone that have all of the experience, you know, and the person, you know, will not want to compare themselves with someone who don't have experience. What I'm saying in the simplest form. The reason why my own Deacon was voted for was because of the experience. I'm just saying this in people. Let me bring you some of the highlights. I will do the sharing of the video of the show this evening. Yeah, let's share the show, people. Yeah, today is Saturday. I'm sharing the link around quickly so that the rest of the other team can join us here, right here on the Sktv show. We're here and we're going to be here with you up to what? Up to 8 o'clock on tonight. So many things to talk about. So many national issues, trending national issues ongoing. The Unity Party on today, they have their campaign. In fact, they call it the cleaner campaign on today. That is the cleaner campaign launch on today. They were able today to clean their. I don't know whether the party are cut off for them or they are still negotiating, because as far as we are concerned, they said they're going to raise funds for that party. You know, look, this country is interesting. This country of ours is interesting. And all of these things we set. Most of these things some of you are experiencing today. I hope that you are taking note. Yeah, few things that are happening gradually on the watch of the Unity Party led government. One had to do with the building in Lofa County. Yeah, that allegedly $10 million presidential visa that they can give good account of that one. And today, all of the talking people, the religious people, the other people, nobody want to hold the government accountable beside few hundred of people and the media who are talking back to back. But everybody get quiet. That one. The other one have to do with the issue of the land. That party had cut off somewhere around 2021. That was 2021, yes. 2021, the Unity Party, they were defeated from that party had cut off for what described as owing of their landlord. You know, so because they were having issues with their landlord by them, that they were owing their landlord, so and they could not pay it. That was the information that came out. Allegedly that they could not pay that rent, so they had to move, and they moved. You know, and when they moved up to Broad Street prior to the elections and so forth, right? And after that, when they won the elections, came back to the same party headquarters. Now they're coming December 6th. They will be doing a what they call the homecoming fundraising program for the purchase or for the buying of the party headquarters, according to them. And all other political party headquarters across the 15 counties, according to them. Now they are already into yeah. So yes, sorry. So the political party now, they're already into the party headquarters already. Before even raising the phone or looking for the money, going to the old money, going to the people then to go and collect money. Before all of these things, they already what happened there is that they already moved in. And all of these things are playing, you know, on some of you playing on your mind as to how this happened. The government that said they want to hold people accountable. The government that said I want to hold people accountable. The government that talk about change. The government that talk about things that are going to happen, things that are going to change people's lives, everything. But today, they themselves, they are downing and wanting with the same system. They are behaving the same way. No good accountability. You know, and that's the kind of thing we like. Thank God to all of us Liberians, those of you who love politics more than your country. That's good. Share the show I'm doing, when I'm sharing the show back to back, because we love politics more than our country. So we don't ask anymore as long as it's part of our cycle. So we don't ask. We don't ask all of the tough questions because it's part of our cycle. Because that person is by our side. That person is with us. So as long as they are with us, they're on our side. No need to ask questions. So let's move the way we are moving. But you say you want change. We always say we want change. What kind of change you want? What kind of change you want? You really sure that you want change, or you still just want to model the system? You just want so that everything can remain the same, so that those or maybe those politicians that are supposed to get rich for them to get rich, or you think that that thing will really get better? Let me ask all of us today this question, maybe before the other team can come on. Do you think that things will really change? Do you think that things will really get better? Do you think that things will, transition? Because for me, from all indications, it just speaks volume that Liberians themselves, what are they outside of Liberia? What are they right here in Liberia? What are they into some of the marketplaces? All of us, we have problems. All of us, Liberians, we have problems. Those ones that are coming from overseas, they will sit back and support all of these politicians. Come down and get a piece of job, get into the system, join the same system, and do anything you want to do. Get back, get their money, and move out. So this place is like the way we can say, let's go out to hustle. You know how Liberia looking. The way I come to Truth FM now, right? I come here, I say, yeah, let me go hustle. I go, oh, Mabel, someone will see me. Mabel, where are you going? I say, I'm going to my hustle going. I say, oh, okay. So how people see Liberia. So they don't want nothing to change. Nothing. Nobody want anything to change. Because they always want to come here and hustle. You were outside yesterday. They put you out just because you couldn't pay rent. But today, you're back to the same place. In fact, you also confirm it to us that, in fact, that place, you already pay for the place. And I ask someone to the place, but maybe the people working. So the other Liberians yesterday, they were not working. So the other Liberians yesterday, that we were all into their, like, in fact, we can't even, we could not allow them to even get out free of that. So they were not working yesterday. And the way I see Liberia politics, I'm observing something I don't know about all of you. Thank God about Ali is here. Let me see how best to bring it on. I think Liberia belongs to all Liberians. Let me say this. Before Brother Ali come on, Liberia belongs to all Liberians. No matter which political party you fall, no matter which side you fall. This issue of certain group of people thinking that they are the one that own the country, they have to stop. It's not politics. It's complete hatred. And if care is not taken, other people may let them stand up against certain things. And the time you want to, or maybe have peace or dialogue, it may be late. I'm saying this to say, Liberia belongs to all Liberians. So to see that one group of people with parade, there are things happening on our watch. On some of us, you are watching, but you are all pretending that nothing is happening. Anyway, welcome, Brother Ali. Brother Ali, good evening. What's up? Brother Ali? Well, I'm not getting you. I don't know what happened. Yeah, so I think you got, yeah. So, in short, what I'm saying is that let's give the country to all Liberians, no matter which side you fall, no matter which political party you fall. Today, I'm happy today to watch, in fact, to even see that today the ruling party today they were able to have their cleanup campaign, and almost all of the lives events, almost all of the posts, everything that I followed today, I didn't see no insult. Oh, they want to come and can't eat your money. This other one was happy. Oh, the other one was happy. I didn't see anything of such. I don't see nothing. Stay correct here. If it's there, some of you, well, but for me, I follow almost everything. The reason why we are, because we are the gatekeeper. So when we come in, we don't want for other people to feel that in fact they are the ones that have power and authority over the other group of people. No. So today, I didn't see anybody mocking, insulting, and saying all kinds of things towards any other person for that matter today, from all indications, all of my observations. I didn't see anything of such. Now, I told one of my sisters quickly about Brother, I said that at least today, your day was successful. And I hope and pray that even December 6th, it will be more than successful and there will be no fights, nothing. And I hope that next time, if other people do having their events, or they're having their programs, or they're having any other thing to do for that matter, be able to also send out a good words to them of encouragement instead of insulting and saying all kinds of things to them. It's not politics. That's not politics. And she said, I mean, maybe you're right. Politics should be seen like competition. Oh yeah, we're going to the competition, we'll win. Well, that's it. And we'll get back to our viewer horses or our viewer businesses. Well, Brother Ali, good evening. Welcome. I will not get you. What's up? Everything.
Sorry, my man. As soon you were talking to me, somebody kicked me off. Yeah, they were calling. I had to phone my phone. Do not disturb. I'm sorry about that. Yes, but good afternoon from my end. Excuse me. Good afternoon to our listening audience and followers at you, Masadi. Glad to be here this afternoon. What's going on? How Mama Liberia?
Yeah, but Ali, go ahead. You said, sorry.
Yeah, I was saying. I was just coming in when somebody kicked me off. Yeah, they were calling me. I had to put my phone. Do not disturb. Well, glad to be here. So, what's the latest trending issue in the country? I just saw some kind of graphic video I shared with you. I don't know whether you came across it.
Well, let me see. I think
the president convoy coming. I think,
I think that's the latest. That's the latest news coming from Banga N, that the president or one of the vehicle there was involved into an accident according to a confirmed report. Saw one of the police car. If I think one of them got it, the police escort was involved into an accident, and according to a confirmed report, 2 persons lost their lives. I don't know how that happened, but I think that's so terrible. And that video or that maybe that photo that you sent me, we can't place it. Maybe we'll place another one on the show for people to really maybe see. But again, if these information are true, then I don't know what kind of more society that we're running, because I don't know how some of the security but Ali Kodebi come on. I don't know how the security officers, how they really want to go about with the presidential convoy, how they really want to go about with all of these things. And let's be frank, they have this announcement quite recently about, I think, coming from the EPS. Even though the EPS, we hear unconfirmed report that they are almost about 4,000 to 5,000. I don't know why you have almost close to 4,000 to 5,000 EPS officers.
6,000, I think. I would say 6,000 something.
6,000 EPS, more than even the police officer, to do what? But again, that's a society. The people, they need protection because, oh God, yeah.
My brother, even in America, the Secret Service They are not even say equivalent to even say 2% of one of the state police. So because EPS, you people are only there for the president, the vice president, and other top government officials to guide them. So while the population in Liberia that you coming to have up to 6,000 EPS, when even your police and your army not reach that level, what sense does that make? What's the logic in it? You see, it makes no sense. You see, in general, the secret service there, they are here for the president, the vice president, and other prominent people within the country or in the government. That's why they are there for. That the same thing in Liberia we say EPS. But I saw the video. Our condolences to the family, because that's one of the things. They give presidential convoy. That's why before the president pick up, you will see all those other police cars, then they will make sure the road is clear. We don't know what went wrong, and that motorcyclist and one other passenger because were following Kwame Opa weeks, and according to him, 2 persons lost their life instantly. Our condolences to the family. No matter what you do for me, nobody died before their time. Today is the day God show for them. So may that soul rest in peace. Our condolences to the family. Well, it is what it is. You cannot judge God. What happened?
Yeah. So to that quickly before we go to the 20 national issues of the day, and I'll keep up the show. Yes, my brother, let me join you. You know, for me, even it's also in the Bible. The Bible talk about the food, you know. But again, sometimes people regularly take away other people's lives, and we say, "Oh yeah, you know that their time." Oh yeah, no. Sometimes people do things in a form and manner, and because they feel that they have the power or they have the authority. For me, I think sometimes some of our leaders, especially our executive, you know, I always say in these times we are numbered, that the issue of barricading our executives and making them look like, in fact, that, you know, like their job, that kind of more humor on this. I agree that they are president or they are leaders. And even time for campaign, you leave the people vulnerable, right? But are you? Time for campaign, these people, they were interact with all of their people. Today, I saw the VP today, you were up and down today with the Unity Party partisan today on the other call today. And this thing will happen. I agree that the executive branch will have their security officers or secret service that you may call the EPS that have to guard the leaders or that person. But to go that route with speedy or so many vehicles, even I can recall, I think sometime in the year, either 2 to 3 months ago, where I think the president was going, I think, to that same county, and the people had to stop the traffic for almost 2 hours, and people were complaining back to back. I don't think these things are necessary. Let me frank.
It makes no sense.
All these things are not necessary. All these things are all oppression. Let me frank. You are oppressing your people, no matter how you want to term it, no matter how you want to pull it, no matter what you want to say. Because these same people, you will come back to them time for elections. Look at the 2 persons.
We only saw that thing happening in Liberia during President Taylor administration, where we had the AT, the anti-terrorist unit, SOD, son of the devil. Taylor will be in a bathroom, and when he going at it all, anyway, we see the whole of Douala, 2-3 hours. Those guys will be standing with gun, with ratting and thing, and then they dare you. They don't even talk to you. They only show the gun to you. When they see you, only that gun they will show to you, telling you to fall behind the line. 2-3 hours till President Taylor can come and go at it or wheresoever he going. And when he coming by the sitting, since Taylor left, Eddie Lela coaching for 12 years, we didn't see this nonsense. George Weah says, yeah, we didn't see it. Under Joseph Baka bringing it back to the country. Who after you? That you will be in your bathroom and then your CC people freedom of movement for 2-3 hours while you stay in your bathroom. These things, they are not good for the country. But when you talk, they will say, oh, yeah, we talk for 2 years, that opposition is hating them, this and that. This mindset that when you vote for a political party, you are enslave your mind, your conscience, everything to them. This is why we continue to be the lowest accused in the world. This is not good. That when you vote for someone, even when the doors bad, you should praise them. It is good. It is not good. 2-3 hours, people, you see everybody movement. Why is somebody pregnant? Why is somebody going for emergency? They say the president coming, he stay to a hustle. 2-3 hours, people can get on the road. This thing, they are not good. Local Liberia, where the road said these narrow roads. See the way the presidential convoy can be running in the street there. Where the road said you're getting the country. Some of us will go Liberia, say we drive in the city, we can't even say drive 10 miles per hour because no road. You see, these things, they are not good. Why are you running? You people can open all your arms, you'll be with the people in the doing campaign time when you become president now, that the time they meet you. This is a complete foolishness and madness of our leaders in Liberia.
Well, yes. So, Brother Ali, Steve just joining us. Actually, these things, and these are the same thing that our people are going through. Those 2 Liberians that lost their lives, we don't know which political party they belong to, but maybe they are even supporter of the rescue government. You don't even know. That's why we keep saying, love your brother, love your sister, love your fellow Liberians with all of your heart, because you don't know what happen tomorrow. You don't know how the table will turn tomorrow. But Steve is here already. Steve Bullet, I don't know, maybe he's setting up behind the scene.
The chairman stay behind there, let it be there.
Yes. So but Ali, quickly, so far so good. I think the major happening here today have to do with the ruling unity party today having their cleaning up campaign at their former headquarters, where they will be coming home on December 6th. On today, they were seen today cleaning up, and yes, indeed, the turnout was encouraging, and their partisans came out to help Ali clean the party headquarters. And that happened along with the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Kwankun, also joined the team, and some of the MDR members and so forth, including the Labor Minister. They were part of the entire cleaning up exercise today, including the party chairman and all of them. But also, while that event was going on, Nimba County Senator Samuel Koga also have a live interview with Nimba County TV, and he said as long as he's member of the MDR, you have the right to go to any political party, to go anywhere that you want to go. And that also spark of mixed reactions. People thinking that maybe like MDR will still be part of the rescue government. But from what people are still observing, people are saying that maybe there is no fight within the MDR, and what's going to happen next, so on, back to back. And while we're also in that, the Liberty Party also today they have their program also, where they were having some leadership. They were inducting some leadership into office and so forth, and that happened. And we crossed over quickly to Mangibi, where we saw Senator McGill, and that some members of the CDC today, they were having their one partisan bring one bricks exercise at the Mangibi end, where they said they will be having their groundbreaking ceremony of their party headquarters also in Mangibi. Yeah. So far so good, my dear brother, and all of our listeners. These are some of the trending national issues, and these are things that have been going on, even though some are still ongoing as we speak. But so far, with the latest news about the accident that we hearing about coming from the president angle, yes, that also coming from the internet, and people are reporting, and that's this side, but is yet to be confirmed until maybe the Liberian National Police can have us informed. So far so good. These are things. Steve, good evening and welcome.
Well, Yobo, thank you. You're sorry, I've been my internet has been acting up, but also I've been trying to coordinate with Representative Marvin Cole, who was supposed to be here, but unfortunately he will not be here today. something came out that he has to attend to. So he will be here soon with us, but not today at least. We'll let you know on the next day and time he's available to show up on the show. We appreciate his, communication to us, letting us know his current situation and that he couldn't make it due to unforeseen circumstances. So we just want to update the public. But maybe I'm doing good. I feel good. Barcelona won 4-0. I know you don't want to talk about it. We are meeting Chelsea midweek. The Champions League. We'll be seeing Chelsea. So that means you're in serious trouble. We'll tell you what's up. We'll let you know what's going on. But maybe when I start a new thing, I will make the official announcement on maybe December 1st or the first week in December. I will make the announcement. But I started a new thing today on my personal page because I decided not to take fools with me in 2026. This time I will not be arguing with anybody that comes on my post because I've made several announcements that please, when you come there, stay with the topic, let's discuss the issue, don't distract, don't attack me, don't do the one, don't do that one. But some of these sons of swans don't learn. And so I'm not going to take them with me in 2026. But I started early. I started the prelude. I think I blacked 3 this morning. I said, I'm not going to have my hair. I'm not going to use this foolishness, your guy. Oh, you got to be tolerant because of tolerant and fools. No. Tolerance should be used in a more appropriate space where people respect directions and other things. But you think I'm going to use tolerance and more tolerant to accommodate fools? I'm not. And so, too bad. Some of the Unity Party partisans will not see my posts, and I will read exactly what I said, what I wrote this morning. I will read it because I can read. Yeah, I can read and write. Yep. I never jump beyond politicians and to celebrate, so I can read and write. That's why I wrote my post. For those of you who don't know my name, Moses on Facebook. I'm one of the only librarians. I'm not afraid to call Joseph Baga rogue and criminal me. I'm not afraid to call him that. I want the only librarian I can call him that. I don't intellectualize stealing. I don't intellectualize corrupt people. I don't intellectualize people who do wrong crimes and hurt other people. I don't intellectualize them. When it comes to the business, I call it as it is. So this morning is what I wrote. I said, JB and UP are criminals who steal your monies, buy properties, and put it in their names. Then they call you to celebrate without telling you the truth. And I said, JB is a rogue and a criminal. And I stand by. Anytime I come on the show, I will remind the public that Joseph Yuma Bwaga is a rogue and a criminal. I will say at least once or twice when I come on the show going forward. I will be saying until the election. I will remind you every day that he's a rogue and a criminal. Yeah, so that's what we are, folks. Melbourne, like I said, I was celebrating my win with Barcelona. I'm very happy that we won. Folks, let's share the show. The show that even started, I see somewhere else checking the show.
So the good thing about it is that you and myself today we won, and
the show will be hot.
So,
but I mean, you don't want to see TV. I said, listen,
thank God that you wearing all. You show you. For me, I ain't blue. But on Tuesday,
you in blue. I check on Barcelona. But me, you not want to see team. Me, not supposed to see that. You say, thank God we won. Well, yeah, you don't confuse the public. Don't confuse the public, man. Please. Yeah,
well, Chelsea, they didn't play today.
Chelsea played today.
But Chelsea that's
Chelsea won that game. That was the message.
Hey, I said 2 of us.
Won that game.
No, but Chelsea that's no. Don't play what last day. Barcelona won 4-0. What are you discussing? We're talking about Syria man team. You were talking about Chelsea. Chelsea then a Syria team.
You know Chelsea.
Oh, you got Chelsea. Chelsea can be what kind of team?
Barcelona.
Chelsea can be what kind of team? Oh, my brother, leave that story, man. I wish, man. That wish count. Your wish, man. Folks, let's share the show. Folks, let's share the show. I can assure you today that the show will be really, really hot. The show will be hot and noisy. I can tell you that already. The show will be hot and noisy.
Where Barcelona meeting Chelsea?
Tuesday.
They're coming Tuesday.
Okay, I will put in the hope for. I will put in the hope for Chelsea.
Thank you. You found out what I like about you, man. Yeah, man. Don't put
you
your
do
hope
in
people like Steve.
For Chelsea.
Thank you. Don't put your hope in people like Steve. I like that.
I will call B3 down.
God. Yeah.
But yeah, Melbourne, socially, before we get to the politics, I heard you talking about politics. Socially, but let me get you other news. In other news, President Donald Trump met with, and I support him, just so you know, I support Madani from New York City. You guys don't know I support him. Donald Trump met with him and said, he thinks he's a good. Finally, this is to tell you politics. This is to tell you politics. It is to tell you what politics can do. Now, when we tell some of you, when we calling the criminal, then criminals don't get there with us. You should support us as we call these people criminals. And let me say this to you. Let me say this on the show. I want to be clear about it. My dear father and my dear mother can come on the ground and say, don't call Joseph Boaga criminal, stay calling criminal. I want you to hear it today. The only way I will stop calling Joseph Boaga criminal unless he changes. Yeah, I call Joey a criminal because Joey are behaving like a criminal. I mean, I'm a professional guy. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not correcting. I don't want to be intellectual. I don't want to be sugarcoating. I don't want to sweet talk. No, because this is what we do. This is what we do that enable the people. We pass around. We want to say, oh, they men are traditional, the other one are traditional person. Let me tell you something. I don't believe in traditionalists because it has done nothing for us. It has carried on nowhere. It has not solved our problem. In fact, it has exacerbated the problem. So nobody got time for that. Oh, you know, and you can't say that the men are older men or whatever. Yeah, I say old man to you. You know my age. You know my age. So because old man when you still, I can call him Ro. I beg you, you're not ready. You guys are not ready in our country. Me, I will call Joseph Boaga criminal, and y'all can do nothing. I'm saying that y'all can do nothing. Calling criminal, the record right there. The record right there. So yeah, I need that story. So yeah, so you other mean Donald Trump back down. All the people you get, you will happen to see Madani. Let me tell you something. People then who let bullies, people who let her out of the way to go, then let people who can stand up to them. You see how Madani stood up to Trump? I wonder for Monk to be on the show here today so we can hold out one. Madani stood up to Trump.
More following the show.
Listen, I want him and be on the show to be able to discuss it at another team. Don't take it easy. He let easy. He let easy people. You not let easy people. That they see the party, they are punks. They're not like easy people. I think I see you doing, you're playing around with the party, but they let easy people. That thing I can see them carry around the other people, they bring it to me. I'm telling any man or woman you need the party, foolishness to me. They know what time it is. First of all, I ain't even going to attack any kind of anybody who stays standing and celebrate another people to get rich. That they put them who getting rich that I can go for. I don't go for bad bugs and bad girls. I don't go for them. You won't get food to eat. You know how your next year, you don't know how it will be. I know by the grace of God, I know how my next year will be. I already know what time it is. Everything already straight in my head. So I know what time it is. You know where next year will be. Like you don't want to me so can argue, me so can go back and forth. No, we can't do that one. So I'm saying it to you guys. Donald Trump back down. In other news, it is the guy who sold a depot to Liberia. They still going back and forth here to depot him. Yeah, listen to this. This was reported by ABC News. This was reported by ABC News, folks. Yeah, listen to this. They didn't get in serious. Look at the headline from ABC News. Costa Rican official says country willing to accept Alberto Garcia contradicting Trump administration officials. But let's see. They said Joseph Boaga didn't carry the criminal bill on our side again. They talking so. Yeah, listen. They say they're taking Alberto Garcia for humanitarian purposes. You serious? So Alberto has not left yet. Well, listen, this is going to be interesting. Their pastors, they had a hearing. so that they could move Abergo Garcia to Liberia. They had a hearing so that they can move into Liberia. And this is what was said in the hearing. One of the officials from Costa Rica said Liberia lied to them. Let me read an excerpt from there really quick. A top Costa Rican official said, the country is still waiting to accept Abergo Garcia, contradicting statements made by the U.S. government officials in court earlier this week. Costa Rica offer to receive Abergo Garcia for humanitarian reason remains in place. So that means Costa Rica say they're willing to accept Abergo Garcia. But these people are sending different conversations, say they're accepting Abergo Garcia for humanitarian reason. No, that's not true. Liberia is not accepting Abergo for humanitarian reason. You're listening to it. Liberia is not accepting Abergo Garcia for humanitarian reason. No. Liberia is not accepting Abergo Garcia for humanitarian reason. That's a lie. That is a lie. I'm saying it again. That is a lie. We're not going to sugarcoat it. Liberia is not accepting Abergo Garcia for humanitarian reason. And not true. That is not true. So the administration is lying. So, Aliyu.
Yeah, Chairman.
What say you? Do you think Abergo going to Liberia? Because right now in Costa Rica, they're going back and forth.
Oh, but this Garcia issue, you and I know here, most of those countries are taking people them the US government giving people to Ghana, other countries around the world. It's not for humanitarian reason. You know, President Trump believe in trade is give and take. But because this government, they don't want Liberia to know, oh yes, the money they are going to give them, so they say because of humanitarian reason. This is not any humanitarian reason. Giving your demand, that money you're going to get, or something will be behind it. It's not about humanitarian reason, but this is a government that they will never come straight to tell their citizens anything that they're doing. They can't say the truth. And taking this man for here, looking at his character, taking him to Liberia, where you don't even say high security for the citizens are there. Taking such a man there, you say for humanitarian reason. We've been saying this is a black lie. This is a give and take situation. So everybody we flag that ever since, so Liberian people know. And again, when I listen to certain information that Kimberly Garcia said that he don't even want to go Liberia because it's a poor country, the people there, they are suffering. You see, so I don't really know. So I don't think they will get what they want to get, because first of all, they don't want to be fair to the Liberian people to say the truth. So at the end of the day, I think they will benefit what they want to get to carry Garcia to the country. And again, of what's happening, what you just said about President Trump, and I think that the new elected mayor of New York,
Yes, Madani.
Okay. Yes. You see, like you said, Steve, people have to be very careful when it comes to politics and politicians. Sometimes when you go on Facebook, people come there, they insulting your parents, they cursing, all kind of things. Those people you can come on Facebook insulting people for. You don't even say no. That those people, they don't even say no, some of you. At the end of the day, we see politicians then they sitting, they knocking glass together, they carry on that normal conversation and think, why you're decading yourself? All the thing President Trump was doing, jumping around, saying this, saying that. Where is he today? And he now lower himself, because that man, he's the mayor of New York, and you and I know the power of a mayor within a state. So he had to bow down to him. So all those people that were running around here and there, they just had their hair for nothing. And now President Trump, he will have to work in line with him. He can overstay his boundary. Maybe he better doing it to other but this guy is not going to let him fly over New York with whatsoever he been doing yet. So the scene goes to our Liberians, brothers and sisters, that the moment you say this other person they ready to cause, this other person they ready to cause, at the end of the day, you see the people sitting having conversation. So that's just a warning. And President Trump, thank you for coming down to your level. And we'll wait and see so you can work in the interest of the people of America, work with the mayor elected for a smooth operation of your government and also for the state of New York and the entire America. That's it.
So quickly, Milborn, before I ask you this question, because I still want to stick with what he named Abrego Garcia's case coming to Liberia, because it is alleged that other countries received money, cash money that they have reported when they agreed. They received cash money when they have reported that they agreed. Once they agree to take any deportee from the United States of America, especially in most recent time on the Trump administration, it is reported by different news outlets in the U.S. that they did get money. Let me give you an example. Hold on. I think I have a few of the articles here, but I also I will read something here for us as we get into this conversation, because this is interesting. For example, Equatorial Guinea is reported by The Guardian that Equatorial Guinea received $7.5 million to accept a non-citizen deportee from the Trump administration. But not only that, someone else also received money, as Watini confirms that he received $1.5 million. So the question now is, did the Joseph Yuma Boaka administration receive cash, physical cash? Here's the question: for accepting Abrego Garcia? If yes, or if yes, then why they never reported to the Liberian people? We tried to follow up with some sources. Nothing has been reported officially yet from the United States government as of yet. However, there are ways to find out some of these things. There are definitely ways, and we're going to pursue it to look into it. But Melbourne, what say you? Do you think Alberta is going to come to Liberia? Because there are a couple of articles here that on Friday they went back and forth. The judge and the lawyers went back and forth on it. But go ahead, and then I will read some of the excerpts of what was said in court.
Well, my dear brother, thank you for that question. And yes, this guy issues have been in the corridor for a little time. There are a lot of mixed reactions from the public as to whether the guy will come here, even if he come here, how things going to be like. So yes, there are a lot of concerns in that, and so as to what really going on, what was the deal been signed between the Liberian government and that of the U.S. government. Even though we quite recently, I think about a month or a few days ago, we were celebrating about the extension of the U.S. visa. So we don't know yet exactly as to what kind of more transactions or what kind of more deal that have been done, whether it's financial or it's about trade by better. You do this for us and we do this or maybe we'll do that for you. So we don't know yet. So I can't come on and say maybe it's physical cash or is this and that. But again, yes, there's something that has been in that entire envelope or in that agreement. Either some kind of more agreement that will be signed or that has been signed. And if he will come, that's another thing, because I think the time that was given for him to come, I think that time has already been passed, and we don't know yet exactly as to what's going on, whether maybe there will be changes into his coming or not. So again, we are still watching. Even if he not come, maybe there will be another group of deportees that they will still want to send to Liberia. As long as you sign that agreement, you say out a whole few people, whether it's that man or not. So for us, we will be waiting to receive our people, whether it's that Gracia or as you may call him, whether it's he or a few hundred people that will come. Well, yeah. So far, I think there's just an agreement. We don't know yet whether it's financial agreement or some kind of more thing.
Okay.
Yeah, or
Okay.
chairman, just to allow to Maybon, I somehow agree with Maybon because we can't say, oh yes, they receive money or not. But you and I know all those countries that receive deportees or any other person they were given money by the US government. Okay, and Garcia is saying that he don't want to go to Liberia. We know that, but in as much as those people they already made that commitment and they signed to the US government that they were going to receive him, even when he agreed to go there, but they are already made that commitment and signed document, they will still give them somebody or give them some illegal immigrant whatsoever for them to take because they already made a commitment and they signed to it. But for the money aspect, for me, I think it was going to be like one Garcia pick up and then they gave the money to them. But one Garcia pick up, they will not give them the money. But saying they already signed the document, I believe even when Garcia go in the long run, Liberia will receive some deportees. And they will not just be Liberian. Because there are some people here refusing to go to that country because of crime they committed there. So they say they can't go back. And at the same thing with the Garcia, man, he don't want to go back to a country. So he prefer the US government sending him to another country than his own country because of what he did there. Well, we watch and see what's going to happen.
Okay. We watch and see what's going to happen. But quickly, let me read this part. Let me read this part really quick. Part of the quote excerpts. Quote, Mr. Cantun, when you say Costa Rica is not an option for removal, so Mr. Cantun or Mr. Cantun apparently is the lawyer for Donald Trump for the government of America. You're listening to the Ministry of Justice in America. When you say Costa Rica is not an option for removal, where does that come from? U.S. District Judge Paula Zenex interjected. Counsel, Cantun said, referring to the U.S. Department Attorney. During the hearing, Cantun also struggled to answer questions about sworn declaration he signed regarding the government's communication with Costa Rica. Sitting here today, you could not tell me whether anyone from the State Department has been in touch with Costa Rica since August 21st to determine whether communications have changed. Asked Sasha Rand, an attorney for Abergo. So, basically, the argument is about not bringing Abergo to Liberia. However, Liberia saying they're willing to take Abergo. Listen to this one. This is going to get interesting. So the question I want to ask you and me and Milborn is this. If Liberia refuses to take Mr. Abergo, does that mean if America getting anything, they'll have to give it back? Or if Abergo lawyer argue that Abergo cannot go to Liberia, you got to go to Costa Rica, do you think the United States got to take whatever they get to Liberia and get to Costa Rica to accommodate Abergo if Abergo is taken to Costa Rica? Because the fight now is Abergo wants to go to Costa Rica. Abergo lawyers want to go to Costa Rica. They don't want him to come to Liberia. So, Masale, what do you think? If any court were giving or any promise, do you think the U.S. government has the right to say, you know what? We promised the other one, but Abergo no longer coming there to say he's going to Costa Rica. So whatever we give it back. Or we're not giving anything, we promise that we'll go to Costa Rica.
For that, Liberia already agreed to accept Abergo. So if he say he's not coming to Liberia, that one the contract for on America because they're supposed to do that due diligence. So Liberia can say no. Right now we can't give it, but I think you can just send somebody else to replace him. That's all Liberia will do because money as soon as they in the people's hand, they finish. You say for the fact that they said they were bringing them on humanitarian basis, and you and I know it's not humanitarian basis. Probably they have already given them that money, and they do whatsoever they want to do with it. So they will not say, oh yeah, we able to give it back. The only thing now the US government will give another money to Costa Rica, and then they see what they can do by sending someone else to Liberia, or they know what they can do. They get and they know. Sarah Besso Yanti there, they know how to handle that diplomatic issues and things. But to say they give them money and they will get it back for them, no, that is impossible. Because for the fact that they even say hate it from the citizen, but say they were bringing the men on humanitarian basis, and you and I know that's a blatant lie. Then how would they say, oh yeah, we owe America money, they give us money for Abrego Garcia? They won't do it, so it will just remain like that. And at the end of the day, they will say, oh, Abrego was to come, but he said he don't want to come, or so thing. So we will help America with some other people. That's what the government will do. But they can't get that money back. The people, they already struggling. Why you think they agree to bring the men? Because the government is struggling, they need money. That's why they agree. And you and I know that not humanitarian, that money was in there, and they already agreed. So that money is not there to give back to America. So they will end up settling for anything America tell them now. So that's just it.
Okay. Milton, what say you?
Well, so from my previous conversation or from my previous statement, I think you will know that I was saying almost a similar thing, because no matter which way it goes, Liberia will not want to. In fact, even America will not want to even be into that kind of more argument about the thing we give to you, come and give it back to. No, they will not want to do it. Maybe they will do it and they will tell Liberia, okay, so we are now making this. Maybe changes, we will bring in the other group of people. I know Donald Trump well. I follow Donald Trump. I follow all of his activities. He's very bold. He's someone who speaks true to power, no matter who you are. He speaks true to you. So I know Donald Trump very well, following all of the activities. So yeah, so Donald Trump will just look at Liberia and tell Liberia, okay, same maybe this man refused to go to Liberia. Okay, then we'll send few people, maybe of the same color, or maybe a few group of people who quote unquote maybe that we needed to deport into other countries. We'll send them to Liberia, and yeah, the government will agree, because now it is upon the government to accept, because nothing else, they already signed a deal. So the government will waiting now or waiting for that deal to go or maybe to be implemented. So they want to say no to any other thing apart from that man who will want to refuse to come back here, or in fact to come here, or to have stay here. So yeah, that will be my brother. Do not take that money back. Everything will just go, and you'll be forced maybe to accept maybe another new deal.
Okay. Well, we'll be following. We are we'll be following. We are yet to see what will happen. I'm glad Monk is here. We brought Monk out of his shelf. Monk, what's going on?
You take the man from the bunker.
Yeah, they're going to cold bunker, bro. We smoking out. Man, what's up?
The message said to him, bye.
I think Monk's still kind of settling.
Mm-hmm.
Monk's still kind of settling. Well, while we are waiting Monk to settle, Milburn, that was just for other news for us to go around and go over. But my question to you now is, anything social before we move on to the politics of the day? I know we talk politics most of the time, and yesterday's show was heated. It was really good.
Well, yeah, thank you. But before that, Steve, quickly, say we stay into the Donald Trump and that international issue. I want us to maybe to use 5 minutes of our time to look at the entire Nigeria issues, because these are issues that will bend for a little time. We haven't talked about that. And Donald Trump keep emphasizing on the issue about what happened in Nigeria, the government, how things are going. What say you? Because you are Monk and other brother, are you follow the international news and Donald Trump, the way you do things back to back? Is that another form or maybe sound that maybe America want to someone, because a lot of people say, oh, America want to wage war on Nigeria, or what say you, Steve?
Well, let me welcome Monk first. Monk, you there? Monk, you there? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, Monk, can you hear us?
Oh, I'm hearing you guys. I don't know. I was saying hello. I thought you guys were the one that hearing me, but I was hearing you guys loud and clear.
Okay. What's up, my man? How everything?
Man, not much. I was driving. I commented on the show, and I just got to where I was headed. And then let me tell me, I know I'm way late. I mean, 8 minutes past the hour, so I said, let me just Maybe Monday I will do a full show, but not today. Let me just chime in a little bit. What else?
Yeah, I know Melbourne has a question. We'll get to Melbourne question quickly. Melbourne, I beg you for I really like Monk to react to the two conversations we held earlier before he could join us. The first one is Alberto Garcia. It seemed like Costa Rica is asking that Alberto Garcia goes to them as opposed to going to Liberia, that they have not refused. However, Liberia is contradicting from the ABC News that there's a conflict and contradiction here. That Liberia is saying that they're receiving Alberto Garcia for humanitarian reasons. And Costa Rica said, no, we have opened up for him to come to us. We want him to come to us. And his lawyers, Alberto's lawyers, are arguing that they would prefer him to go to Costa Rica. So I don't know what you make of this. This seems very confusing and conflicting.
Well, the thing is Alberto Garcia that decided to go to Costa Rica. Don't forget he's a Latino man. So if any options on the table, he would choose to go to a Latino-speaking country than an African country. If you were in his situation, you would have done the same. You would prefer going to Ghana than going to Costa Rica or Mexico because the cultural, language barrier, cultural differences. You want to settle in a country that you're a little bit familiar with, as opposed to West Africa that he's totally disconnected from. So that would be in the case. And it will be a good news for the Bouaga administration because if they struck a deal, then they won't be held liable because Liberia said we can protect him, we can give him refuge based on humanitarian ground. And Costa Rica, the situation of Costa Rica is they are not 100% certain that they won't take him over back to El Salvador for persecution or torture. So it's not about the country that he chooses to go, it's all about the guarantee they are willing to get the State Department before they can deport him. So that's just why it is. But he would prefer Costa Rica and then the whole Liberia. That's the case with him because he's a Latino, don't forget. So why would he want to go to a West African country?
So then the follow-up question I asked the two generals, if there was any deal on the table, such as, or anything that was given to Liberia, if he goes to Costa Rica, if the U.S. government decides to send him to Costa Rica, do you think they will be asking the Liberian government to pay back so that whatever they give them, I mean, think about it, or whatever promise that they're going to be making, what say you? I mean, it's not
the cost in the contract. If Jordan Nima Bouaga and his foreign minister Senator Sotwe did it with me, they will be left on the hook. But that's not me because I don't know the detail as to what was given in exchange for even offering Alberto Garcia in the first place. So if Jordan Nima Bouaga for his end of the deal, Donald Trump will come after him. So I don't know which deal they struck behind the scene about this guarantee and humanitarian basis. But if it goes against Liberia, then they will be held on the hook to pay back their debt. So I don't know. But I don't know the details, like I said earlier, as to why they negotiated before even accepting him. So it's up to them. Maybe if it was a sweetheart deal, then Jordan Bouaga will get extra incentives because they play their part and the U.S. immigration laws and the situation with the government in Costa Rica may not be their own fish to fry now, or it's not something we'll worry about. But like I said, it all depends on the deal that was signed behind closed door as to what Liberia was giving in exchange for what she received. So who knows? We'll get the details later when Costa Rica accepts Alberto Garcia. That's all I can say. They will decide.
So let's get to the last one. Let's get to the last question. Then we'll ask Milburn to please read this question so that we can go over it. We got no Milburn had a question on the table before you we welcome you. So my question to the next question was in regards to Madani. Trump met with Madani and waste praises on him. What say you?
Well, we all knew of politics, and now I think liberals are mad because they expected a fireworks in the White House. But when Madani, he said he showed a little bit of gratitude because I know Madani, he wanted to get his $7 billion in federal funding for the state of New York because one of the theories Donald Trump teases out that the president, when it comes to federal cash that you give to the state, the president can also discretionary as to who he will give it to based on your policy. That one thing the president has leverage over. So all the tough talking and all the name calling at the end of the day is all campaigning. When it comes to government, you got to go and deliver for your people. And McDonough will not look at $7 billion and leave it on the table for the state of New York because he want to play politics. So when he came to the White House, he got to do a 360. Even if they are not the friendliest of people on the planet. The state have to show that in from the camera. That, you know what, my man? You can call me names and I can call you names. At the end of the day, you got to go and rescue all the campaign promises you made. You got to finance the project in New York. You want to give people free bus passes, that money, nothing cannot operate without money. So Mandani want to take his $7 billion, like I said, off the table from the president's office. So you got to be friendly, whether that's for 30 minutes or 1 hour. You got to show that how they call the wall to get some fancy fruits for you. And then you can shake hands before the camera and go back to your state and go deliver based on your campaign promises. So he's not going to come play politics. You know, you don't campaign after winning an election. Now you're thinking about how you will gather resources to live up to your campaign pledges. So that's just why it's all about. He can't play politics anymore. Some people are mad. Oh, all the tough talking. Why you didn't go and insult to the Trump? I like, what are you talking about? You expect a city mayor in one of the largest cities, if not the largest city, with $7 billion on the table for him to go and be confrontation to the president? No, you got to go and kiss the ring, get his money, and go deliver for the people of New York that voted into office. So that's just why we're here. Like I said, politics is performance act, my brother. You cannot use emotion. There is nothing they call emotion in politics. Everything is all about acting and theatrics. At the end of the day, you got to go back and deliver what you promised on. And that's just why it is, and that's what he's did. Yeah, I respect him for that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good to know. Mandani, please, what he do. Maybe it's up to you. Please, go ahead and let me know.
Yeah. So my questions just about the happening in Nigeria with the allegations of killing of innocent people. People are saying it's all about maybe all Christians, but I don't think it's all Christian. But killing of innocent people, kidnapping people back to back, that also prompted the U.S. government to say that in fact that they have interest. In fact, they are watching the process. So I'm asking because today again, I think Donald Trump mentioned something like that in fact that it is indeed disgraceful that the Nigerian government will sit down and allow terrorists to take over the country. So I don't know what they're going to do. But what say you and Mark and other about you when it comes to this kind of happening? What do you people think that something will happen, or because most of the time, people always say, oh yeah, America will always come, and after leaving, sometimes they create another chaos into so many countries. But what say you, Mark and other about Ali and Steve?
Well, who want to go first?
No, Mark, go ahead. So that then, because Ali and I have been speaking a lot more, so we want to give you some time to be able to.
Well, yeah, but you see the thing, for me, I don't like to do, that's why I tell people I say I'm into spirituality. I'm not into too much of a religion, because religion will just tear people apart and pit people against one another. But it's a global trend. The most persecuted religion on the planet is Christianity. Everywhere in the world, from China to the Middle East, the situation of Nigeria is not strange. It's been happening forever. It's just that nobody spoke against it. And guess who was the first to throw light? It was this guy, Bill Maher, on TV here, that said every time there is something you hear about Palestinian and protests everywhere, but there are more Christians that have been killed in Nigeria than the total amount of like I say, or Palestinians that have been killed in the Middle East. Why is the media not even talking about it? He was the one that even threw light on it before Trump even followed up with that situation. It became like a global discussion now, but it's been happening. The same thing in Syria. The people of Syria, the Yazidis, they want to part of Christianity. Syria has the largest population of Christians in the entire Middle East. They killed them. The same Bashar al-Assad left from Syria and went to Russia. They've been executing them every single day of the week, but nobody cares because we know how the media operates. Yeah, the liberal media care less about. They hate Christianity anyway. That's why they call people Christian nationalists. They don't want to discuss that because for them their ideology is anti-religion and anti-Christianity. So anything concerning Christian, no, they don't want to talk about it, but just throw one, let it put one little baby on the TV in the Gaza Strip or in the West Bank, it will be 24 hours news cycle. So the situation in Nigeria, but the only thing I will say is Nigeria is one of the most populous countries on the continent. They are 7 in terms of the population. They are the strongest in West Africa, if not the entire West Africa. Why will you sit there and let people to be executed and you can't do nothing about it except a U.S. president talk about that? I don't know where in the world that will be accepted. It just sad that certain people and the entire media, I would say the global media, will turn a blunt out to a massacre happening around the world. But like I said, flip it around and see what will happen. Yeah, you've seen it right in the Middle East, yeah. Now what the guys are looking at the number, you cannot even compare what happened in Nigeria to the Middle East. But nobody will talk about that. Because like I said, it's ideology. In America, the media is bought and paid for. Once you are not on their side, they will ignore the reality. That's why you will never see it on TV in America. Even if they were to kill 1,000 Christians per day, the liberal media will never show you on TV. That's just how they operate. So it's nothing strange. I don't know if Bill might even keep a job because he was the one that brought it up anyway. So maybe he might be out of job anytime soon because they don't want to talk about it. Not even a discussion about it.
But Monk, I want to ask you a follow-up question before I leave and come out. I understand because Melbourne was specifically restricted to Nigeria. I understand the point that you're trying to make. But then my question to you is, why is it Nigeria, if that Christian in power right now, why is the Nigerian government not showing that this does not happen? Why is the Nigerian government not taking the initiative, investing and doing other things? Why is it that America got to be the one to come and call them out or whatever it is?
You said that Christian in power, Steve? I didn't get you. You said that Christian in power?
No, the president, the vice president in Nigeria, they are Muslim.
No, they're Muslim.
They are Muslim. They're not Christian.
No, I'm sorry. So based on your insinuation, are you saying that both Tinubu and his vice president are enabling the killings of Christians? I want to make sure.
I won't say they're enabling it, but they're making the situation worse. And matter of fact, why would they want to talk about it? Because even when Christian leaders were in power, whether that the president, the vice president, did a certain or blunt out, because don't forget, it's a particular region. It's the northern part of Nigeria, which is predominantly Muslim. The little minority of Christians that live in that region is not happening for the first time. It's been happening forever. The question is, like I said, it was just recently that the media tried to cover that story, but it's not something new. Even when Christians were even in the position of authority in Nigeria, those people were still being intimidated. So it had nothing to do with Tinubu. It's just that it was on Tinubu watch that the media decided to throw a light on it, but it's nothing new. It's been happening forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ali, go ahead.
Yes, or this issue about what happening in Nigeria, you see, this is why most of the time people who don't know, when they make it, say, oh, the Muslim, they like killing the Muslim, they can do this, they can do that, they put bomb on themselves. There is no single scripture in the Quran that supports such thing. Like, we all know this thing been happening in Nigeria for a hell of a long period of time. And I think there is time for everything. Yes. And for me, I stay with President Trump on that, because this is something that going to, if people don't take time, it's going to bring serious war in Nigeria between the Muslim and the Christian. People will start killing innocent Christian that not even into that innocent Muslim. So I think I already come out and we'll wait to see what Tinubu is going to do. Or else let them try to get rid of those people that are involved into killing people in the country. This is not good. You see, if you want to be Christian, you be Christian. You want to be Muslim, but those people who are involved into this, these are not real Muslim. We just get some people among the Muslim. I just forget how they call them. They the one into this whole thing, they jihading, passing around when they somewhere they try to terrorize people. They don't want to see any other person around, any other people around there. This is not good. There is time for everything. This thing has been going on for long in Nigeria, and now that it has been flared, it come out. I think this is time that the Nigerian government they need to put stop to it. If they can't put stop to it, then let somebody come and help you do your work if you don't know your function as a government. So that's all I have to say.
And Steve, I forget, you know, when you talk about the before going to the stuff in Nigeria, you talk about the how they call it, the Trump and McDonald meeting. You know what happened yesterday? McDonald is a smart kid. He can read between the lines. Just before, hours before McDonald went to the White House, too many people never pay attention to what happened yesterday in America. What happened was the House of Representatives, they voted unanimously to condemn socialism. That's why I tell people, I say, like, when you stay on this planet long enough, politicians cannot fool you. I say you choose to be a dummy or an idiot. Because America, capitalism is not the most perfect system in the world, but capitalism is better than every other system in human history. It's the only system in the world that took more people from poverty into prosperity. So when a candidate come out with socialist idea or communist idea, people will condemn that. I don't know, maybe young people will fall for it because they don't understand history. 1 hour before McDonald could enter the White House, there was a vote condemning socialism in America. It was voted 285 to 98. So they were just telling McDonald, yeah, you can go and run your mouth on a campaign trail, but this country is a capitalist country. 98 Democrats joined Republican in the unanimous consent yesterday denouncing socialism just 1 hour before McDonald could enter the White House to beat Trump. So what do you think they were doing it for? They get telling my brother, you can win an election. Don't be spreading here in the name of idea. It does not work in this country. That's why they did it yesterday.
Monk, you can make that case, but here is the truth of the matter. It's New York, when you want to term Mandani as socialist, Donald Trump term it as fascist. You can condemn Mandani all you want and call him social or whatever it is. The people of New York voted him. Whether the House voted this or whatever it is, at the end of the day, it bottom line comes down to what the Constitution says. So this idea that because of this, I think in this particular case, it's a good thing that he and Donald Trump agreed to meet and to talk about the people of New York. I agree with that politically. I agree with your friend's assertion, but to say that he was afraid of why he buckled or whatever it is, if there's anything, the person who buckled will be Trump.
How Trump?
I mean, that's what
Trump is not getting nothing from New York. Only New York is expected to get something from Trump. So who buckled in that case?
But guess what? New York does not have to succumb to. New York does not. And the New York are going to sue Trump because they are paying taxes to the federal government. What are you talking? Trump can decide to withhold money from New York to be authoritarian because he does not agree with the mayor of New York. He can decide to do that. So that threat that he made during the campaign was a threat. He knows that. You can't do that. You can't say, I will withhold money from you.
The president could say federal spending in the state of New York will be a waste of taxpayer money. Yeah, he can say, I can withhold from based on your policy. Whether you go to court, then that waste of time because you were elected to deliver.
That's why they will go to court.
And going through the court is a waste of time. It means Mandani will be the loser because Donald Trump has nothing to lose yet. The federal government got
Mandani won't be the loser.
What?
Mandani will not be the loser. The people of New York will not be the loser. The people of New York will also choose not to pay federal taxes too.
What?
The people of New York will choose not to pay federal taxes.
No, they cannot refuse because they got what they call the supremacy clause. The federal override the state.
My man. Then I want to say the court, and then we'll go to the Supreme Court. The court will adjudicate it. They say, you know what?
Based on the supremacy
the
clause.
How
you say you can pay federal taxes? The federal can refuse.
Yeah, but Donald Trump cannot say he will withhold. No. Donald Trump cannot withhold federal. I'm saying it to you from a state like New York or any other state because he said,
it happened on so many countless occasions. I can name more than 20 instances.
When? Give me one instance.
Whether you were in Colorado.
Give me one instance.
It happened in Colorado before.
Give me one instance.
And
guess what?
It happened in Colorado.
Guess what? Guess what? The president buckled at the time and paid back and gave them the money.
That's because what I'm telling you. That's the politics. The process you will take to go to the appeals court, to go to the federal court, a man who won election wants to deliver. He don't want his money being delayed because he know whether he gets his money later, it will still affect on him. It will still impact him negatively because you want to go and put your policy into work. Why would you want to be running through court delaying? And you know, in America, you're not giving forever to govern. You got term limit. So nobody wants that. That's the politics of it. But anyway, guys, it's not that important. You're not going to go to our regular politics.
Yeah, let's go to the regular politics for the day. Milburn, bring us to speed what's going on in the country. No, leave me.
I don't know whether you were following, but already, okay, so that's good. So far, I think with the issue of political party cleaning, and today we saw the Unity Party or the Rescuers, headed by the Vice President Jeremiah Bankun. Today they were saying today as their former party color that they will be going back home according to them on December 6th. They were seeing today cleaning event. Yes, indeed. They were seeing there at the Concord Town Bell cleaning event. Yeah, so far I think these are some of the training with the latest one coming from the highway for the Tory belt that the president, one of his car or the police escort was involved into an accident. Leaving several people wounded. Unconfirmed reports said one person lost their lives and so forth. So we are still waiting to get more updates from the Liberia National Police. And yeah, so far so good. And also outside of the nation's capital in Mangibi, today the former ruling party also today they were able to have their groundbreaking ceremony also in Kakata, Mangibi County. So yeah, my brother, so far so good. These are things I think as set out from the beginning of the show. Well, these are happening back home. Not too much. Today is the weekend, and there are so many activities from politician engagements and so forth.
Okay, so many activities from politicians engagement and so forth. Monk, anything caught your attention for all Mr. Ali?
Nothing new. I don't know. Maybe something might pop up before Monday. I don't know. But the only thing I saw today was the Unity Party, people celebrating. You know, Liberians are a unique country. They don't celebrate people bringing job or building factories in their country. They celebrate the building of a party's headquarters that adds no value to their life. So there was nothing new. The only different Unity Party is they're going to do fundraising. That's why I posted on my page. You've got to be a fool or some kind of an idiot because these people could barely pay rent for their own party headquarters. And they are telling you they are going to build 15 in all political 15 subdivisions. They are going to build new party headquarters, but they're going to generate or do fundraiser. How can the people who control state cover go do fundraiser? Which money? Where they taking it from? If they could do fundraiser, why they never fundraise for their own party or headquarters or payment for their rent? A party that couldn't pay or rent that spent 12 years before coming back in power, and they are telling you they're going for a fundraiser. So what you call fundraiser? No, they just telling you we stole some of the money from you, and we're going to use it to pay our party headquarters in all 15 countries because that intention has been around for a very long time. So it's not about fundraiser. Who's going to raise funds? You think the regular party we're not going to put that money in the basket? No, the same people that stole from the government, all the deputy ministers, all the ministers, they will contribute and then build their party headquarters in all 15 counties. That's just why it is. Not fundraiser. How can people steal for in a million days they're going to do fundraiser? It make any sense to you?
That is very profound. Ali, what do you say?
Yeah, they people could do fundraiser, but they didn't do fundraiser to pay their bills.
But
the problem, or Monk just said it, or those people spent 12 years in power. Unity Party was established in 1985, and we saw 12 years of Madam Sktv-Lib and Joseph Boakai. And after that, those people were evaded, and even all of their properties in that building was seized. The landlord, that whole everything, say you can take anything from here till you pay my rent. So if they knew that this is a party that have money, they have people, that was the time they want to do fundraising to pay their rent and also they can get their things by. They couldn't do it. But now that they're sitting over the country resources, this is the time they coming now to say, oh yeah, we come and do fundraising. So Unet of fool will believe that. Why you couldn't do it when you were in opposition? That was the time you're supposed to show yourself. Like the CDC, they are no more in power. They were invaded. And they coming to build their own party headquarters. That was what you people supposed to do. But now you can't tell anybody you're doing fundraising for them to believe it. Only your supporters will believe that, and those fools out there, they're the one will believe it. Those people, they are just going to use the sea country money again to come and build a party headquarters. Like I heard Mr. Yeke Koluba said that I think the sea area they invaded them from, I think they bought that place and called it to him for $11 million, something like that. And where they took that money from? $11 million. So they did fundraising for that. So they just using the Liberian people money. At the end of the day, they will kind of say, okay, yeah, the fundraising we did, this is what we generated. We bought our party headquarters. Now we're coming to build other party headquarters across the country. And this is not good for the Liberian people. But this is the rescue they requested for, and they have received it. So that's all. Those people that the country money, there is nothing there from raising. You people have strength, you want to show it when you are in opposition, not when you're having state power.
And Steve, I can tell you, I can bet you, right? If you do some deep dive, right? That whole presidential project, like I said, is more of a slush fund. They're not going to put $10 million in for you. That particular party headquarters mandate that they have to build party headquarters in every single county, they will still use some of that fund to divert money to that building, the party headquarters. That's exactly what they would do. It can still be under the FOIA presidential, how do you call it there? Presidential, what do you call it, villa project. And then you can divert money from that fund and spread it to all counties because, like I said, Unity Party intend on staying for a long time. They're not going anywhere soon. They are already positioning for the next election. So no party headquarters will just be like a hub to conduct election activities in all counties. I mean, when it comes to coordination for the next election cycle. That's why they are going in all 15 counties. So they are putting down the framework to be prepared for 2029. That's exactly what they are doing under the name of party headquarters. No, it will just be like a command and control center for Unity Party in all counties.
Why are you ruling party competing with opposition party? That's the first thing. You want to be competing with the CDC. If CDC was never going to be invaded from that party headquarters for them to say, oh yeah, we're coming to be party headquarters. Trust me, Unity Party was never ever
going to think about building party headquarters or even build, but because CDC were invaded and they say, okay, we're coming to build our own party headquarters, that's why you see Unity Party doing it. If the landlord was to agree to sell that place to CDC, you will not hear Unity Party talking about building party headquarters. So it's like they are photocopy, you see. So when, as we are said, when he lead, they follow. So that's why they own. Instead of thinking about rescuing the people, they are competing with CDC, who is in opposition. What sense does that make? This is why these people are them.
Let me ask Milburn this question, and I think maybe you guys can follow through on this question. Milburn, what happened to let's go back to the rescue agenda, because it's important to know what people's agendas. Because when we know your agenda, that you know, like the CDC came out and said, I know PAPD or whatever it is, they couldn't even keep up with. They couldn't even keep up with their own agenda, right? PAPD, PDP, whatever they had, they couldn't keep up with their agenda. They were all over the place. The Unity Party comes to power, they come with the rescue agenda. Maybe Monk, maybe Aliu. Can any one of you guys remind us, or maybe bring us to speed? Somehow we like to learn, right? We like to be corrected. There's nothing wrong in being corrected, right? But can we pinpoint anywhere wherein it says in that rescue agenda that the Unity Party were going to construct headquarters? And how does it benefit the Liberian people at large? How? Maybe let's start with you first.
Well, thank you, Steve, for that excellent question. I think we can even base our argument on that. If you go back to Mountain Post on today, let me go there quickly and see how best to get that Zach in a post. I think there where you are heading to, and that's good. So let's see. Quickly, you talk about the issue of political party headquarters, how that benefit the people. Quickly, my phone, okay. So yeah, so when it comes to the issue of political party, all right. So you said the political parties in Liberia are more concerned about building political party headquarters for jobless partisans to go in either state there than to build factories for jobless partisans to go and work. Unemployment is a big threat to peace and security in Liberia. Good. So, Steve, to that, my brother, it is quite frustrating. And, you know, people will say, oh, this and that. But, Steve, I don't think the ruling party at this time or at this point to be into a competition with oppositions about being political party headquarters here and there. I think Liberia should condemn all of these things, and it's nowhere near their, I don't know how the chairman, the monk, will always say, because they have changed their arrest to, I know, AARTA or what kind of thing. All of these things not into their agenda. So definitely now you are now confusing the people and you are transitioning. You are also telling them that I don't think bettering your life is important. Almost that in fact that you are building person compound. Because if you are building political party, so let's just say that way. That, you know, the songwriter will always say, instead of them building your lives, building factories for you, they will build person compound. So they are building political party headquarters. So that our people will always go there and marry make. So my brother, that's it.
Let me hear from Monk. Let me hear from Monk. Monk. So I think this sounds very comical, right? It sounds funny, but it's also interesting. It's also interesting because my question to you and Mr. Masale now is the rescue agenda was changed a couple of times or whatever it is. Is there any way in the way you can pinpoint that, you know, maybe the government will construct the political headquarters? And how does this political headquarters thing benefit the Liberian people anyways?
Well, they think about the rescue agenda or the arrest agenda they use a particular industry or particular policy to represent the acronym EST. They got agriculture, rules, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. And building a party headquarters that fit in any single one of those letters. So, like I said, it's all about the voters. That's why the people subscribe to in Liberia, right? That's what they believe. They are dancing, they are celebrating. You can still support your party and go against some of the policy or some of the things that they will be doing. That's why I'm making it be a partisan. It means that you should support someone blindly in all cases, like like the previous government came away, they call their own policy pro agenda for prosperity and development, and there was nothing prosperous about the previous administration. That's why they changed it. So the United Party and CDC, like I said, is all competition for the wrong reason because they are both failures. So they keep competing, and that's the thing. That's the dilemma we are faced with, political dilemma we are faced with in Liberia, that you cannot find something better to make the comparison where you're using two failed entities to keep going between them back and forth. So when you look at one agenda, it sounds like the other one. Fred was pro, then it went to pro agenda for prosperity and development. So Bagato came with arrest, then it came from arrest to AAID, then from AAID they came out with something they call Kappa Colondo. No idea, no brother. They can just put a bunch of crap on paper and assume the people will fall for it. And what the people can do. Every election cycle, they will subscribe to one of the two failed institutions because it does not make sense. You don't have factories. Like I said, it has been almost 10 years. There hasn't been a single administration in recent memories of Steve that brought even a water bottle factory like to create jobs for the local. Now one, they always renewing contract, they always renegotiating contract. They are the one always giving contract away to other investors, foreign investors in the country. They have never brought any new job opportunity to uplift the regular people in Liberia. And the people themselves, they don't get down. They believe that how their life is supposed to be. That's why they will jump on the script because our government promises to make you better. You don't see job coming to the country. Your level, inflation is getting higher. They increasing taxes on you, and you're going to wake up from your house in the morning to go celebrate the building of a party's headquarters. So in your mind, what you are telling the rest of the world is the political party headquarters is better than your own life. That's why you will never get any better result from politicians like Liberia because there is no need for them to do anything better. The people themselves are the accomplices, and that's why I keep saying, politicians. If Steve, you are in Liberia, why would you want to do something differently? Just Steve and do what you can do because the people who will be keeping your feet to the fire, they could care less about their own individual lives. They could care less. They're not interested in the country or themselves. So why would you want to hear if they give you state power? Spend. Look at the process. Mr.
Masale, let's toss. Hold on. Let's toss to balance the conversation because the only two people that I know for a fact that are not affiliated with a party on here will be Milborn and Monk. And myself, I'm not affiliated with any political party. I'm not a member of any political party. But you, I think you identify with the CDC, right? Let's have it clear on the record.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this question because this question has to come in a way wherein it will not be like we just throwing the youth under the bus, but rather we're being serious. Just the same day today, we saw another female with black on her head writing on the CDC, and she got T-shirt that she's taking the black to CDC headquarters too. Can we agree here that both CDC and Unity Party, you got nothing to offer? That you guys are useless parties and you're wasting our time?
Or to the answer to your question of Steve, Liberia after the war, we had President Taylor. For President Taylor, we had the Unity Party, Joseph Boakai and Eddie for 12 years. And from there, we CDC, we took over for another 6 years. And today, Unity Party is there. And I always say this, we that in the diaspora, I think we just make 1% of the voting population. Unity Party has served, CDC has served. So if Liberian people know that both the Unity Party and the CDC are failure, it is up to them to make a better decision come 2029.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean,
that's a perfect response. Ali just said it's up to the people. Look, one thing I noticed from the beginning on the show, that's why when it comes to news, anywhere in the world, give the information just as it is, let people decide their fate. Because at the end of the day, on election day, those people will be the same one to go and stay in line to make the decision on behalf of the country. The most you can do is to give them the fact, is to tell them exactly what's happening. When it comes to that decision, no, it's not your job. And Steve, you just said it right. A woman, right, in a country with no job, where we're talking about depression, people getting older than that. Hey, look at that woman who show. I mean, that woman, not even a woman, a 40-year-old we saw looking at 60 from poverty. You're gonna throw black on your head to march to a party headquarters. You're not thinking about your children's future, you're not thinking about your job, you're thinking about healthcare. How your own government will future will fly airplanes and go to other countries to go seek medical attention, and you are taking or 8-inch black on your head going to a party haircut. Why it says about you? You think I'm here to come convince someone like that? No, that's not my job. I'm not even attempting to do that. The choice you will make is what you will live by in life. That one thing I know, the quality of your life depends on the sum total of the decision you will make. From the moment you wake up from bed in the morning, you go back to bed, everything you'll be making choices until the day comes to an end. That's how life is. That's not my job to tell you, my brother.
And to that more, that's why when I'm on the show, I don't like to talk about, oh, the other one, vote for it. No. It is a right. I can always say that. It is a right to choose whosoever you think that you think that will carry you through for the next 6 years, or better say for the next 9 years. Well, it's up to you. But the only thing we will tell you, the leaders that you have today that you are parading with, acting like, in fact, that you have all of the best. No, they are using you. The still can always say they are useful. And I don't know at which point, Mark, Steve, and Brother Ali, that it will reach for our people to understand this thing, that these people, they are using them, but they don't care about their well-being. What was someone not even thinking about creating jobs, or even building hospitals, or even building factories, but thinking about political party headquarters? That people are really not to even transform your life. No. But
yeah, like Melbourne, yes, I'm a sedition. But even I used to say it during the election time. If people say, oh yeah, CDC came and failed, Unity Party was not the option. And I always tell people, even if you say, oh yeah, CDC failed us, then take your vote for CDC and give it to Alexander Kumin, but don't give it to Joseph Wakai. Hey, I used to say, hey, even though I want to win, but you say, oh yeah, your fail, or I think because Alexander Kumin was the best choice. And even our political leader said, he said a city, if you say a failure, Baka was never the option. And today, Liberia people are seeing it for themselves. Building a party headquarters was never in the rescue agenda, but all because CDC is not coming to build a party headquarters, so they are competing with them. The money you're doing fundraising to buy party headquarters, to build headquarters all around the country. President Baka served in government even more than Madam Sktv-Lib. He been around for a very long period of time, that you should understand what Liberians are faced with today. And if he could understand, he was going to be one of the best presidents ever in the history of Liberia. But this old man was a failure. And you took a country and dedicated it to a failure. What do you expect? This is where we are today. If you say CDC failed the country, Baka was never the choice. I think you people who are giving the vote to Mr. Cummins. So 2029 is up to Liberia again. If they say, oh no, we'll vote CDC. Oh yeah, we'll vote Unity Party. It's up to them. So that is it. How long for now to 2029?
Steve, when I come on Sktv, when I take my time and come on Sktv for the late couple of hours, we'll be here. That one thing I always say, we have tested it both parties before. The one thing I tell you, neither of them is an option for me when you're making decisions about Liberia, Unity Party or CDC. Even in a losing effort, I will still not choose either one of them at the end of the day, because I know you won't get nothing out of them. My job here is to tell the Liberian people, you have options. I can put S to that wall. There are other people. You know, we don't have a crystal ball to predict the future, but there are people past that can tell you something that they will do better. You can take a risk with them. That's my job, to tell you whether you think it's Tewan Gonglo is your choice. Whether you think it's Cummins is your choice. Whether you think it's Musa Belete or anybody else is your choice. But at the end of the day, these two institutions, they El Clasico, is not going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form. My second job here is when things are happening in the country wherein people in the position of power are manipulating you, are distorting you, it's our job to do the deep dive, to get the information and come and give it to you. I'm not telling you to go take knife or go burn people houses or government building. No, you will decide. It's our choice. Our choice here is we will always present the truth. We'll give you the best of options. We're not telling you, oh, go and join CNC, go and join Liberty Party. No, I don't think that's our job. When it gets to that point during an election time, maybe as an institution, we can say we did our background check and our calculation. This party might be the preferred candidate. But no, it's not our job to come here and come and tell you, oh, go and vote for Unity Party or CDC or ANC. No. Our job is to give you information. That's the most we can do for you on this platform. I don't know. Nothing else. You will make that call. It's your call to make.
Melbourne, I think we can take maybe 1 or 2 calls, and then we'll see what from there. Yeah, just a few calls, and then we can take it from there and go. We'll call it a day.
Yeah, you are right. 0770203125. That's the number to call this evening on the SKTV show for you to have your input on what we are discussing here this evening. Yes, again, 0770203125. Call in. Yes, politics and democracy is good, but how well are we holding our leaders accountable? That's another thing, because there are a lot of us, sometimes we just vote, and after voting, we don't care anymore about any reactions, anything. Maybe some of these things that our leaders will do to us, whether it's good or not, we don't care. But again, 0770203125, that's the number to call, or better say the WhatsApp line is, number is also there. You can also call on the WhatsApp line. But again, my brother, yes, I think we will continue to play our part, people, and we'll come here to talk to our people, educate them, and inform them. It is up to them to choose which way they want to go, which way. For me, I can always tell people, I say, if you think that you want to maybe wait for every election to vote, you'll be wasting your time. When I go to the line to interact with our callers.
Good evening, Nathan. Good evening, Nathan. I'm Daniel Collins.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel, for joining us. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nathan, actually, I normally listen to your program. So, to be honest with you, I normally love what you got, or one of your discussion there that discuss before Steve will come in.
More
sometimes one is always objective, but for Steve, from 2023 to now, I know he is somebody who does not give the rightful information. You want to be a good. You want to take us out.
So that goes to the play now. That goes to the point.
No, the point is that you guys are on the radio educating people as it relates to what happening in our country and the way in which you have to see things to be happening, and you want for the people to do the right thing. I think that should remain on our front. But for the way Steve can talk, normally sometimes it will make the people, most of them, they will not go by what he's saying. And we told him 2023, and he's continuing to do the same thing. He need to change our talk and be like mom. Let him stay neutral and educate people.
All right, thank you. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, maybe on this is David King.
Yeah, David King, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah. Maybe most CZ did not create job. The CDC King, there was nothing better with me. But you got it wrong, Mom. To be progress. We're going to be the NSA office, we're going to be the people headquarters, we're going to be FDRD headquarters, we're going to be NAFA and Maritime, the LTA, and several buildings that will be.
But the system said mess up. David King, even though you do all of these things, but the system said mess up. Then that may be, yeah.
You know, the propaganda in this country, even if you are killing yourself for this country, people, because they don't like you, they will demonize you. Okay, we have several companies that were created here. We have the biscuit factory, we have the juice factory. For the first time, after Coca-Cola factory closed, we brought Coca-Cola factory back. Operation we have in the studio is still operating. Okay, and aside from that, Joe Biden told us to the 2025 State of the Nation address. He said, and I quote, the Reverend Jana was built on the pillar of the purple agenda of prosperity and development. If we blunder, they are claiming that we blunder. We are now going to build a Reverend Jana on our pillow. That's why he said, go back to the seas.
All right, thank you, David King. Today's caller, good evening. Yes. Hello. Well, we're not getting you. Today's caller, good evening. Hello.
Okay, my name is John Collins. I call him St. Street.
Okay, go ahead, John.
Okay, my brother, I'm from Better.
Well, Joe, I don't know, but we are not getting you that good, though. I don't know. But go ahead, you see? Well, sorry, John, but your line is a little bit bad. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yes, my dear brother, go ahead.
The Lorenzo brother, you my from Ralphie Highway, good evening.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Let me say this. Let me add on my brother who called before this caller dropped. It is true. I like what he just said, because If you are waiting, you belong to a party, and you say you are in opposition. Let your critics be always free or honor the next, because we get a power tomorrow. I don't think you expect other people to just silent. We expect that this is that go on. It is impossible to criticize. Good to criticize, but criticize constructively. That's my father with money and all of that. Because tomorrow you are waiting. You are waiting. Tomorrow be there.
But without opposition, and the men are opposition, the men are part of no political party. He just putting out his own frustration with the country. Next month will be in 20 years since after the war when we brought about it with our democracy. And today, where are we today? So that just frustration sometimes make us to talk, sometimes the way we talk. But nobody part of any political party.
Yeah, that's fine. If they are not part of political party, that's fine. But they are arguing constructively so that we can be breathing.
Are you sure?
That when they come up,
we are always at that man there, but enjoy that.
As I mean, don't say it aloud too.
Yeah, you can change that. The problem so that what many people too can even be there. That 07702031125. That's the number.
You got a constructive mindset before you say that. What is somebody using you like clown? They will go build a BB house. They made the children rich, but they can't call you to go and celebrate them. To go and celebrate where you share.
Hello?
You share. Where red share. You can go somewhere, man.
Mr. Cody, go ahead. At least you are much better.
Listen to you very carefully, but you men, can you imagine if you share the CDC with London and you think of power, and it's still the same CDC, when people talk to me, but CDC did it again. What is that? You know, my brother, I may not vote again. First voting, I made a fight. I may not vote again. I'm not discouraging it, but if it is the CDC and the Unity Party.
So that means nothing has changed, according to Ellis Cummings.
Can you imagine? I don't want to waste your color's time. You know, I've seen a lot. I'm a brother. I'm a older man. I'm not in the state, but I've seen a lot. CDC Unity Party, but don't say you're not going to tell anybody to vote for. To out over the CDC, you kind of confuse the people and tell them why they should not go behind the CDC and the Unity Party. You try to do that for us.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, my dear brother, neighbor.
Yes, my brother, go ahead, Chief. How you doing this Sunday, Saturday? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, neighbor, you know, it's just sad to hear the corner to hear that attacking this because the man didn't say this in your head.
But we probably used to these things. Them didn't bring it no anymore.
Yeah, they went to Steve.
They have their ministers. They have their ministers that are going live. They are crossing back to back. They can't get angry with them. But someone who talking about the betterment of the country that will be getting angry with. Today's caller, good evening. Yes, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, thank you very much for your people that are already from here. I know it's a portion of the legal market in the country. Or maybe more is not doing justice. When a political institution is doing well or has done well for the Nigerian people, just admit the fact. You know, it will be very sad when they show when people come on the stage that the United Party and CDC that bunch of failure. They've been discussing United Party as a failure to not put CDC in our category.
Why?
CDC has a development record all over the country. Maybe look at United Party, examine them 2 years, almost 2 years now, examine it. What the infrastructure development is still around? See what is happening? It's because of the panel concern that they have brought economic pressure on the people like because this is very difficult. They're holding the money, not moving the money to the economy because they want to construct panel economy with like big money. You see what is going on? They talk about CDC and it's a one for CDC in that kind of category. CDC has a development record all over the country. Give up the passionate journey and all.
All right, thank you, my dear brother. Today's caller, quickly, good evening.
My neighbor,
yeah.
With criminal acts, the country
what?
Party controlling the state, they will That's what we are saying. So there are people who believe in criminal acts.
All right, thank you. You wouldn't believe in criminal topic. Look, I come here still before I turn over to you people. Let me the WhatsApp line to been blinking. Somebody was calling me on the WhatsApp. Please can do that. I think Gabriel Jagnan, right? Yeah, Gabriel Jagnan was calling me. You can call back, but Gabriel, so that we can take you on the show here this evening, so that you can have your interesting though. No wonder why Monk can say I'm not act as Siko, and you're right, Monk, because they were doubting. And if care is not taken, the two political party will take us to almost 40 years. Are we joking? Ah, God. Oh, God. Look, yeah, but they continue. Just we are coming here 20 years. They're coming December. December make us 20 years. Today, where are we today? We stay back and back, back and back. Again. All right. So, simple of people don't want to call in. Yeah, Mark, Steve, we're back. Don't mind people. I know sometimes these are all tactics. Don't mind. Don't be determined. But go ahead.
Let me say one thing quickly. I don't care about Unity Party people. I don't care about somebody coming to tell me I'm gonna be constructive when you said your whole disposition, your brain is not even constructive. Imagine you celebrating headquarters and you can't tell me to take constructive criticism. You see where money, but you're not ready yet. You're still wearing green shirt and praising other people while other people children getting rich, they're enriching themselves, the children are traveling and flying here and there. And you tell me I can't be constructive. I say Unity Party and CDC are useless. And I say Joseph Boaga is a criminal. I say, and I will continue to say anywhere, anytime. Nobody can stop me from saying that. Joseph Boaga is a raw and he's a criminal. Mong, go ahead. Mong, you there for your parting comment?
Well, I think you said it all. We are not here to play quarterback for either of the political institutions, whether you call people being objective or not. If you are really objective, you will not even consider the two-party, because it was because of Georgia performances that we got Joseph Boaga. If Georgia would have done better, nobody would even consider Joseph Boaga. So it means Georgia is a loser. If Boaga is a loser, then why would you want to go back to Georgia? So you are literally saying, even if Georgia was a failure, he should come and repeat his failure. If you go back to Joseph Boaga, you are literally saying extend your failure. So you were trying to be objective in the name of objectivity. It does not matter. That's why we keep saying it will be better off to try a third option based on your definition of a third option rather than going with those two. Those two, they are proven. So either way, you cannot justify the people who say, oh, we are carrying on development. If we are carrying on development, he will have been president today. The fact that someone can beat him as an incumbent president on his own watch, it means that he's a failure. So how can you justify? You still keep justifying two failed entities. It does not make sense. It cannot work. And like you're trying to pour a square peg in a round hole, it will never fit. So why not try something different? That's just all what we are saying. It's not like you have one option. You got tons of options in the country. If you just decide to do something differently, trust me, you will get a much better outcome than going to people who have proven to be a failure. There is no, you don't need to go to school. You can be the least educated president. The one thing I know when it comes to human decision making, you got to go to school. You can see bad things and you will know. That's a natural, it's part of human instinct. You were born with that gift that when something is not working, I got to come and tell you. Do I need to come and tell you that your children are not in school? Do I need to tell you that your children are suffering? Do I need to come and tell you that we are not making investment in education? You can see some of your children sitting on block. Your state-run university, when you see the more on the buildings, everyone training being even come close, and you want to tell me that the government is doing better. It's a choice. You can throw your blocks. You can go and dance at the party headquarters while you go back home, worrying about when you get your next meal from. It's your call to make. The most we can do here, we can give you guidelines. We can give you the guardrails. Do this. There are options in the country. There are other political leaders with better vision that will do better. We can tell you, say, no, the government is stealing from you. The budget is not reflective of your personal aspiration. It's not moving the country forward. That's the most Sktv can do. So you can attack Steve all you want in the name of objectivity. We know you are the one that are not thinking objectively. And the records are there. The whole idea that when your party win, that's why I can tell people like, bro, don't vote for a candidate who you just think can win. I'm looking at Liberia winning. You could win an election and become a loser, and you could lose an election becoming a winner. So the whole idea that, you know what, we won, so that's the end. No, you are the biggest loser, because look what happened in the country. The country getting worse on your watch, even though you voted for the president who you thought would have done better. So who you think the biggest loser? Sktv or you? That's That's just where that's the game, man. And
Yeah,
that was-
Aliu, quickly, like a parting comment and we'll tell you what we'll move on for the rest of the term.
Yeah, thanks to the callers, thanks to all the callers for taking their time. Like the problem, like Monk said, oh, if CDC were to carry on development, they were never going to be voted out. And this is why United Party, they said that CDC, they didn't do anything. Joseph Boakai promised Liberian people that job is all what Liberian people need. And Liberian people said, we after development. Okay, we don't want development, we want job. When we get job, we able to send our children to school, we able to do whatsoever we want to do, but according to them, CDC was not giving them job. And United Party people promised them job, and they said that job they needed, so they voted CDC out. Where are the jobs today? And this is why we continue to say, those people voted you because they said they needed job. Today, you are creating 9% of job in 2 years just for government officials. Doing fundraising instead of using that money to build factories that you promised to give Liberian people job that they can even look at that and re-elect you, but you're going to build party headquarters. You use taxpayer money, buy $1.2 million vehicle for yourself, buy brand new vehicle for government officials, and you use the same taxpayer money to buy refurbished buses for them. You see, you raise the budget to $1.2 million on them, no impact in their life, and then you increase the GST on them. This is what they voted for. Come 2029, they should make a better decision. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Have a nice weekend till we see Monday again. Thank you.
No bon.
Yeah, maybe when we get 10 minutes to this Saturday, they can tell.
No, we can move on small. At least maybe another 5 minutes. But
Yeah, 5 minutes should be okay.
Yeah.
Steve,
because
more
quickly, I wanted to just say this thing out because I think once upon a time when I was showing you, I think, but Ali and myself, maybe with you, we were talking about the failure of most of our governance system since 1980 up to now. And so, okay, as the CDC feel, look, as long as the system is messed up in the form and manner, and people have you out, they vote you out. That means you fail to correct certain things. So the issue of CDC bay march on to the other side. CDC bay they want to look. You can build any other thing that you think you want to build. As long you are not able to put food on the table for the people. Look at today the workforce. Who really care about the workforce? What kind of person that even care about the workforce? Even the CDC should have been one of the government. Because you talk about the proper agenda, but right, they are the ones supposed to even seek the welfare of people or workforce. But you leave everything that is scattered, no here, no there today. We stay into the same thing. People are protesting. People are working for no reason, no time in, time out, nothing, no benefit. Then when you come and say, oh no, they put enough, all of them they are failures. But go ahead, Mom.
Steve and maybe you can remember when we had that conversation about when I think it was on the Thanksgiving Day, right? When Steve asked me, why are we thankful? I said, let me tell you something, Steve. The reason 1980 was a transformational period because it was the last time we saw a better Liberia, technically. In Liberia, when you read our history, that's why I'm looking at all the rescue mission and the way our government, they beat it, they doing the pet project. Look, they got something they call human development, then they got something they call infrastructure development. There is no need to build infrastructure when you cannot develop the human being minds. In Liberia, when you look at our history, we never have the best of the best infrastructure because we never have the money. But tell me, you go in West Africa or anywhere in Africa, whether it was in Rhodesia, whether in Africa, people always had high esteem for Liberia because our living condition was better. The average person had a job. We had industry from chicken soup to market factory to battery factory, sugar. We were making shoes in Liberia. We were shipping crawfish to Japan and South Korea. So back in the day when people went to Liberia, people like, well, the country is doing great, but when we look at the infrastructure were poor because that's just what Liberia was. The problem now with the post-war Liberia, the reason people cannot see the impact because what? The jobs are not there. You build a park at PHP. How many people are going to use that park? If a child that is hungry in Vonderman, how does that park benefit them? So in the month of we are at the time in other citizens, the president doing great. I said, no, you get it wrong. If you cannot create jobs, if you cannot eliminate poverty, look at the HIV rate. Typical example, Steve. What do you think? And I got random sex because people are in poverty. Women must sleep with men. You think people just want to sleep with people, but that's how they must survive. And this thing, whether it's about drugs, whether it's about prostitution, whether it's about armed robbery. All these things come as a result of poverty. So if you cannot address the economic need of Liberia, there is nothing that you will do will be appreciated. You can go pay 10 skyscraper and see how the people will work on those ideas. You must first develop the human capacity, then before you start following with the infrastructure. That's what Liberia always been. And that's what you are seeing right now. So pay overpass bridge and think that people will pull you back in office because you pay overpass.
But follow up to that quickly, follow up to that, Senator Dawa did not say that. He said the previous government built a Door Community Road, and the people walked on that Door Community Road and voted for him.
And voted for him.
I just look at the rescue people, the judge of Benjamin here. Let me tell all of you, the thing that will remove rescue government from power. This is the thing I was saying. Maybe taking anything for joke.
No, Bebo, you didn't get it right. You didn't get it right. That two sentences, that two statements he made. The Door Community Road is a community road. Look at the Grand Bala Road and Balancelli rehabilitated. And United Palace will take the credit. But guess what? Grand Bala can vote for Georgia.
Indeed. Yes. Indeed.
So why may you think an overpass going to change the narrative?
So all of these things some of you have been saying, right? Oh, Georgia, we have been 14 Medical Hospital in building. Yeah, you may be right. The man just said that. But the issue of bread and butter, Mayborn have his family. Mayborn have to be well taken care. How long will we continue to live in a Firestone behavior? That you will tap the rubber forever so long. There'll be no benefit. You will tap the rubber forever, every time. If you in a pool will come and take all of the natural resources and get rich, and you look at them, you see them carry your money, see them living under the best of life, but you're working. You think that it's normal? Well, again, Steve, my brother, we don't want to talk about the place. We don't want to bring
and the city senator, they don't say all the things. They say, oh, Joe, we are carrying on development. Liberia people said that job they wanted, and they
in fact, they were saying that what we eat, they were saying that what we eat,
we eat, our pack we eat, we want job. Where are the jobs that United Party promised? So they should know the city have voted CDC out, the city will vote them out because Liberia people want job. You see, people don't want to be city, even though you will do development, but people want job too to survive. They just want you think that
even talk about current stable. That for example, you say, oh, yeah, curry is stable. There's somebody can always say, so the curry is free. Then you tell us if it is free, so that we're going to get it free of charge.
When is stable current in the country, even sometimes.
No, that's true. For me, Brother Aliu, I will take it to say yes. Maybe for the future it's stable from my end. But is it free? Because I'm still paying. And even if in fact the kind of recharge or the kind of thing that we can do every time some of us, it's expensive. Yes, say the money now is coming.
They give me a bond. Even if current is stable, that's your responsibility as a government. You're supposed to give the people stable electricity. People should come and be celebrating because they get stable electricity. That's why you were voted for. That's why you're supposed to do. But what kind of government, as soon as they urinate, people should celebrate because they urinate. Anything they do,
they bring buses. You bring buses. You want for people to be happy that you bring. No. In fact, I heard the CMC even talk about, in fact, they were talking about bringing in about 20 buses. This thing is just business that you're going to do.
If someone say, maybe like I marry your daughter, and when I buy lapa for your daughter, I should come and tell you, say I bought lapa for her. Is that not my responsibility? If we bring buses to the country for your citizens, they should celebrate that. These are your responsibility as a government. But you will use the taxpayer money, you go buy brand new car, that it will not even break down with you because you look at your safety. And then you use the same taxpayer money to go buy the ratting buses. So you value your life over the life of your citizen that gave you power. When you say, they say, oh, the politics. This is not good. You see, like my uncle, that man, he was supporting United Party. As soon as he won election, he lose a job. 12 years inside in that country when George Weah took over, he got job for 6 years. He was still supporting United Party. They came to power again, they kick him out. Then he there jumping around today for homecoming program. You people are suffering, but you're pretending as if to say all is well. What the logic in that? The people continue to use you and you continue to show to them, yes, indeed, that you people are stupid and good to be used. Okay.
And that's the thing. And in passing quickly, we don't even have opposition. Maybe opposition lawmakers here and there. All of them, you see them now. Those of you are citizens. Those of you who are jumping here and there, they want all of the senators that you voted for yesterday, that some of them, in fact, they were even holding high positions yesterday. That the previous opposition were all in their throat for better Liberia. So they were there today. Unless and the drivers, they don't talking. Unless and the drivers, they don't talking. Where are they today? You said that. Look, my man, Liberia business second, just make some more winners. Yeah, the country just looking. Because, in fact, Brother Ali, I gotta ask you, in fact, because you are Silesian, let me ask you, what happened to all of your lawmakers? How come they are all quiet?
My brother, those people, they are a bunch of spineless people we get in our country. Because you and I know when CDC were in power, the way the United Party lawmakers were behaving in our country. But today it's almost that there is no opposition in the country. The government can do whatsoever they want to do. It's almost that there is no opposition in the country. Go in the House of Senate, you can't even say no, they get opposition lawmakers there.
Unless they don't play the both role. Join machine though. They may play Rudy.
Yes.
Oh God.
You can the opposition or senator and also Rudy senator. You see, those guys
Why are you useless. You're just jumping. You're just continue jumping. Look, all of these people are accountable. Then people will know that you people are serious. All of these people here, they're waiting for Joe again to come so they can jump behind. Now they look. All of them, now they look. They are all waiting. They pull on Bakuba. Where is Baku? I know Bakuba Junior.
Nothing. They're waiting for 2029 when Joe will be re-elected at the time. When Joe will be re-elected, you will see how United Party, those people, they are good at propaganda. That's one of the good things they know. But today, I'm very, very much disappointed when it comes to our CDC lawmakers, our representatives, and senators.
For you, but you don't get no. I don't think you even have opposition lawmakers. I think all of them, they are all part of the ruling party. No need to even waste your time.
They are all part of the ruling party.
Yeah.
You see, they are all part of the ruling party. This is just how it looked like, because we didn't see that happening during our administration. We saw how those guys were vocal, how they were behaving. But today, you can't even say no, that there are opposition lawmakers in the House. They are all quiet. The government just do whatsoever they want to do. You see, the moment Joseph Boakai tested the water by taking people from alternating position, and those people this is America, the greatest country in the world. Our president was impeached for taking people for any position in this country. But this thing don't happen in Liberia. There is nothing like impeachment. And Joseph Boakai tried, you were free. Why they were expecting CDC that get the highest number in the House. They sat down there, Joseph Boakai say, okay, but then I will ride it one day. And that's why he do it today. My brother, enjoy the weekend.
And to the rescuers, let me tell you, for me, I like democracy. I love it so dearly to my heart, because it gave you the right for you to go out there to pick your person that you like so much. But I don't think voting should be the option for you throughout your life. That for you, you are only there to only vote. You are only there to be used. You are only there to dance. You are only there to sing. You are only there to be making a crowd to come and say, oh, yeah, we put a crowd. You know, let me tell you what the politicians always doing, you know. Now, we are in the media, we know all of these things. When even when they protest and something happens, they want the bad news to go to the populace so that they walk and see them and say, yes, the politicians, they are on top of their game, they are working, they did and this and that. Now you got to call them out on the round table. So they will always use you. So that they will always use you. So that ask all of the hard questions. It is not bad for you to hold your own government accountable. You know, Brother Ali, these are mistakes that some of the people that support the political parties that they keep making. If, like, for example, you in Party A and Party A is in power, I think, Brother Ali, it should be that every month, let that party officials make report to the political party so that the political party will be able to even give an advice or to even tell them exactly what to do, what are some of the things that's happening. Because with the issue of every time when people talk, they call you opposition. That, you know, and how Liberia been now for ever so long. That don't talk. And when you talk about the ills in society, they call you opposition. No. If CDC could listen to the COP that protested June 7, I think 2020 or 2020 or 2019. If CDC going to listen to the COP then, but now CDC stay in power. So it's good that you listen to people. It's good that when people talk, you listen and take, even if what they are saying, it made no sense. Sometimes you take the no and take the sense out. But Brother Ali, this is almost like him. CDC were removed from power because they were not able to provide a bread and butter issue. That's the fact. That's what the major reason today. That few things that I can point out to that I can say, remember, the bread and butter issue are number one, the rule of law are number two, the trust issue are number three. I think these are major issues that I can still remember, and that the salary harmonization, and it's just on and on. But almost everything is, yeah.
But those things that you just outlined, had the United Party done anything different? Because when we talk about harmonization, they have not yet undo salary harmonization. This is $1.2 billion budget. They cannot undo salary harmonization. Everything goes to them. When we talk about rule of law, people say, oh yeah, there was no respect for rule of law under CDC government. But when we look at the MCC, even while we score in rule of law, the United Party, they fail in rule of law. This is people who campaign that we didn't respect rule of law. Today, where are they? And when they talk about bread and butter issue, they say Liberia need a job. George, we are carrying on development. Liberia people don't want development. They don't want road. They don't want pie. They want job. Where are the jobs you promised them? The money you raising now to build party headquarters, say you came to power because of your disrespect for rule of law, you cannot attract any investors into the country. Use that money to open factories and things. And see 2020 now, what Liberia people will do is say, oh, the paper say you are going to create jobs. Say no investor coming when you are able to build factories and things. Liberians are working today. And see, if Liberia people will think about voting for anybody, but all the promises you made, you lie to them. No job, 2 years that so the other 4 years that remain at the time, you will create job for the Liberian people. And like we are saying, there are people, like one of my friends, that girl used to say that he was Joseph Bakai. She and Joseph Bakai woman, when you see them, say the government came, she can't even say go near Joseph Bakai them. But today,
no,
see what money.
Protocol has changed, and that's the high look.
The sweeping job said she not get it in the government. She can call Katumu again for Katumu to answer her. Today, I saw her running all around. We're cleaning up.
You gotta do, because Tom said that. We tell you that. Let me tell you, Brother Ali. We tell you that. Let me just say that before we go home. All of the people today that you may see down there today, all of them, they still having, if I having a hope that even 2 years from now on, even when they're gathering, people still go there because people still want to work. That high look, people want to make contact, people want to make friends, people want to be seen that, oh yes, I stay on the standby, or even though that you promised me, but I stay on. All these things are all intertwined. You know, people are making sure that.
Maybe I believe in the private sector job than the government job in Liberia, because those government jobs are just like cosmetic jobs and things. You see, because the moment another government can keep your eye, they bring their own people. But if there are companies and things that you working, you get nothing to lose. No government will come and say, oh yeah, you said those people they down from the company, they are United Party Partisans, they from ANC, they are from CDC, this and that. This is why government should be able to create private sector job for the people. But people who are see they are hoping governmental job today, they want to be showing all, I just look at them and laugh at them. Because 2029, when Joseph Bakai leave from power, then that other government can and take all of you people out of job. What become of you? And I let some of my friends then who we used to talk together, they are working in the government. I never want to see them posting. I never want to see them saying anything. They just remain quiet and they're doing their job. These are the kind of people. So that even tomorrow somebody can say, oh yeah, I can help you. But those of you who are their courses showing up, this cosmetic job, my brother, enjoy the weekend, man.
Thank you so much, and thanks to all of our followers, our viewers. Thanks to the management headed by Laike BDT, our CEO, and the head of radio and programs, Onil Sumba Ravas. Thanks to all of you folks. We gotta go. Thank you so much. Good night to all of you. Yes, indeed. Today is Saturday. We see you on Monday by the grace of God. Love Liberia, think Liberia, and build Liberia. To all of you rescuers, please advise and always talk to your government to create jobs. Let me be frank. That's the number one thing. And the issue of the rule of law. The workforce is seriously under stress. They have been a lot of respect from 2006 up to now, because the reason why I'm going to 2006, because that was the time that we have elected government. So from 2006 up to now, almost 20 years. Just imagine 20 years into the wilderness, and we stayed at this. Nothing bad. Any other person that come from, let me just say this: any other person that come, they will do one or two development. How come they are jumping over all of these major issues that are always affecting the people? Why? Because they're not able to do it. They don't have that breath mind. They're not able, because the kind of system that they meet there, the system will fight them back. So we're giving them a hard time. Well, anyway, good night. We'll see you on Monday by the grace of God. See all of you people.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Monitor people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here and the promise of them. The work with my life without fear.
A lyrical health.
Master.
Clear body, so I'm back on you. I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And you no money, the more I go. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
And I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I delay ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I wanna play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the club. Monitor people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside to Raji to Chide, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, the San to Backbaloo, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.